welcome to the St Lawrence's Church Sunday School. I hope you're all very well and enjoying the summer holidays, as I think most of you will now be on summer holidays from school, or will be in a few weeks' time. So this is our last Sunday School of the school term, and I'm glad that you're here with us. So as usual, we're going to start with a prayer, then we're going to read a little story, and then we're going to talk about the story and do some activities. So first of all, I want us to put our hands together, close our eyes, and we'll say a prayer. Dear God, thank you for the end of the school term. Thank you for all of the hard work of our teachers and our nursery nurses and our parents who have been helping us homeschool or be at school for all of the last few weeks, and help us to really relax and enjoy every minute of our holiday coming up. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read a little story. And our story today is taken from the book of Acts in the Bible, chapter 9. And I'm going to read a little section from chapter 9 around a visit that Peter did to a lady called Dorcas. In Joppa, there was a woman named Tabitha who was a believer. Her name in Greek is Dorcas, meaning a deer. She spent all her time doing good and helping the poor. At that time, she became ill and died. Her body was washed and laid in a room upstairs. Joppa was not very far from Lydda, and when the believers in Joppa heard that Peter was in Lydda, they sent 2 men to him with the message, "Please hurry and come to us." So Peter got ready and went with them. When he arrived, he was taken to the room upstairs where all the windows crowded round him, crying and showing him all the shirts and coats that Dorcas had made while she was alive. Peter put them all out of the room and knelt down and prayed. Then he turned to the body and said, "Tabitha, get up." She opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. Peter reached out over and helped her get up. Then he called all the believers, including the widows, and presented her alive to them. The news about this spread all over Joppa, and many people believed in the Lord. Peter stayed on in Joppa for many days with a tanner of leather named Simon. So that was an interesting story, wasn't it? Really an interesting story about Dorcas, who was a good person and spent all her time helping others. And then when she fell ill, God sent Peter to help her, and he made her well again. Now that's a lovely story. Now I think it's very kind that when people are ill, we make them feel well again. Now we can't do the same as Peter and cure them of their illness, but what we can do is we can help those people who aren't feeling very well to feel better again. Now, I want you to think about all of the ways that people make you feel better when you're not feeling well, and how you can make others feel better when they're not feeling well. So I know when I'm not feeling well, someone gives me a hug, and that makes me feel much better. Or someone can bring you a nice cup of tea, or give you their favourite teddy to have a hug with, or just sit with you and relax while you watch TV or have a rest. So there are many things that we can do to make other people feel well when they're not feeling well. And that's what we're going to do today. A few activities that we can do to make people feel well when they're not feeling well. So Catherine's holding up here something that you can make really simply from the things that you have in your house. So this is a little get well soon basket. And all you need to make this is a paper plate that you need to take. And then you can cut 4 slits in the paper plate. Either do that yourself or ask someone to do it for you. And then you just need a little piece of sticky tape to fold the sides over and then put them into place like this. So you've got one side there, and then the other side you can fold over and put into place, just with a little bit of sticky tape. And then you've got a little basket there that you can then decorate with some pretty pictures. You can draw some pictures, you can write some words on it, And then what you can do is go around your house and look for things that people might like to make them feel better when they're not feeling well. So this is a bunch of lavender that we picked from the garden, and it smells beautiful. You could find some flowers in your garden. Please ask whoever you live with before you cut any flowers or pick any flowers. But many of our lawns at the moment have lovely daisies in that you could pick. The other things you can have is you can put some sweeties in the basket, or you could put some biscuits in the basket, and then you could give it to someone to make them feel better when they're not feeling well. Another thing you can make when people aren't feeling well is a special decision wheel. Now this is a special thing that you can give to someone, and it helps them decide, or it tells them all the things that you could do for them when they're not feeling well. So what it is, it's just 2 paper plates on top of each other, and you need to make a hole in the centre of your paper plate, and then you need to put a pin in your plate. You need to put a drawing pin if you've got one of these. So a little pin that you can push through and then open out the back to keep the 2 plates together. And then all you need to do is you draw a picture on the front, and it says, "What can I do to make you smile?" And then you cut out a little V shape, and on the plate behind you can write little messages of all the things that you could do to make someone smile. And this one says, "Give me a hug, please." And this one says, "Make me a cup of tea." And this one says, "Play a game with me." And this one says, "Bring me a biscuit." And this one says, "Let me have a rest." So what you could do is you could make one of these paper plates for someone, and if they're not feeling well, you could give it to them, and it could actually be something that you could use to decide how to make them feel better. The advantage of making one of these is it doesn't just have to be about what you can do to make someone smile. When you're on a school holiday, you could write a list of activities you would like to do, and then you could say, "What should we do today?" And you can use it at home to spin the plate and decide what activity you're going to do each day. So you can use it to do anything that you like in terms of making a decision. So I hope you can have a go at either making a plate to decide what nice things you can do, or making a beautiful basket to put some treats for someone in to help them feel better. And whenever someone's not feeling well, then hopefully you've got some good ideas that you can use to make them feel better. So I hope you enjoy having a go at those activities, and I look forward to seeing all the things that you've made, and also to talking about the things that we can do to make people feel better when they're not feeling well. So thank you for sharing the Sunday school with us. We're going to end with a prayer now. And I look forward to talking to you soon. So if we put our hands together, close our eyes, and we're going to say, "Dear Lord, thank you for giving us the holiday. Thank you for having all of us join together and take part in our Sunday schools over the last few weeks and months. We look forward to all having a really good rest, knowing that you're looking over us and protecting us through our summer holidays. And we look forward to getting back together again with our Sunday school and all our friends together in the new term. Amen."
Amen.
Okay, so have a lovely summer holiday, and we look forward to seeing you in September. Bye.